Hey guys and gals, Xavier here for Hum of the Earth, signing in from Linz, Austria, a city in northeastern Austria with a population of about 205,000 people. This makes it the third largest city in Austria. But although Linz is only the third largest city in Austria after Graz and Vienna, it has the largest cathedral in Austria, which can hold 20,000 people. As you can see, it has been built in a beautiful Gothic style. But although it is the largest, it is not the tallest. And this is because at the time that it was built, and this was under the Austro-Hungarian Empire, there was a rule stating that no church could be taller than the St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna. And for that reason, the tower is 2 meters shorter than the St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna. And if one would want to do so, you can actually spend 8 weeks of solitude in silence inside the tower to pray, I guess. The city was originally founded by the Romans, who had called it Lentia. The name Linz only came in 799 AD. It was a local and provincial government city for the Holy Roman Empire. And this was because of Linz's strategic location on the Danube River, which made it a kind of connecting point between the east and the west. So businessmen from Bohemia, Poland, the Balkans, and Italy would stop here in Linz to trade their goods. And given the fact that the Habsburg Emperor Frederick III decided to call Linz his home, the city became the most important in the Roman Empire. But after the emperor's death, the city lost its place as the most important in the empire to Vienna, and then to Prague in the Czech Republic. But Linz continued throughout its history to have famous residents, such as the famous mathematician Johannes Kepler, as well as the renowned composer Anton Bruckner. But Linz also had some infamous residents. One of them being the notorious Holocaust architect Adolf Eichmann, who spent his youth in Linz. As well as another notable contributor to the Nazi Party, Adolf Hitler, whom you may have heard of. Was actually born not in Linz, but in a smaller town nearby called Braunau am Inn, and moved to Linz for his childhood, and then eventually moved to Vienna. But Hitler wasn't very fond of Vienna, and until the very end of his life, he had considered Linz to be his hometown. He had even envisioned many architectural schemes for the city, including a Führerhaus museum where he would assemble all of his looted pieces of art. He wanted Linz to become the Third Reich's main cultural center, eclipsing Vienna, a city that he now hated. Adolescence isn't always remembered fondly. But strangely enough, no thanks to Hitler, in 2009, Linz, along with Vilnius, which is Lithuania's capital, was chosen by UNESCO as being one of the 2 cultural capitals of Europe. Linz has a number of art galleries and museums and art exhibits, etc., many of which are held here in the Ars Electronica Center, which is primarily a pretty cool science museum. But not everyone in Linz is an artist or a scientist. The city is one of Austria's most important economic centers. It has large industries in manufacturing, technology, chemicals, and of course, being on the Danube River, logistics. So I hope you've enjoyed this city tour and history of Linz. It's a lovely city to visit here in eastern Austria. Began on the Danube River, so I stopped here as part of my tour, bicycling along the Danube River bicycle path, going from Passau, Germany to Bratislava, Slovakia. And that is a separate video on the channel. It was a beautiful journey and thus a beautiful video, so I definitely recommend you check that out if you're interested in Austria. And I also got to check out some other cool towns in Austria, such as Melk. 2 other videos that will be on the channel. And I was in Austria as part of a larger journey bicycling through Central and Eastern Europe. And before that, I bicycled from Cape Town, South Africa to Nairobi, Kenya. And before that, from Canada, where I'm from, to southern Patagonia in Argentina. And all of those videos are available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. And if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I've been and everything that I've got to see and do, that interactive map is available over at my website, followthehumoftheearth.com, where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos that I've made of these places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures bicycling through Central and Eastern Europe, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button below the video and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.